Thank you, Mr President. I want to participate in the take note with particular respect to a question that I asked the Minister for Education and Early Learning about the refusal to provide a high school in Gledswood Hills, and the Honourable Wes Fang goes on about that side delivering. Well, I don't think the people out at Gregory Hills and Gledswood Hills would agree, Mr President. I've got a briefing note here which dates back to 2019, signed by the Executive Director, Infrastructure Planning, Schools Infrastructure New South Wales, recommending an offer for a site for a high school back in 2019. Now that offer was made, and then there's another document which recommends that the Minister approve the purchase of land, and no signature on the document, but the Minister comes here and says that she knows nothing about it. I'm not aware of the site. I'm not aware of the need for a high school. Is this delivering? This is all the while we've had people out in that area screaming for not only a high school, but a primary school, which has finally been promised and is allegedly going to be delivered next year with a ton of demountables. That's Gregory Hills Public. So you've got all these overloaded public schools feeding in, and the poor parents out there and the kids haven't got a high school to go to. So a whole generation of kids who were promised a primary school, and now they're having to campaign for a high school, for basic infrastructure and services, having moved out into that area on the promise that these things would be forthcoming, and then the Minister coming in here and not knowing about a block of land that her own departmental head suggested that they buy. The offer was actually made, and then another briefing minute to release the money to purchase the land. And I just find this breathtaking, that the government would then come in here and wax lyrical about how well they've delivered for people. Well, tell it to the people of Gledswood Hills. When we're out there in the campaign for the seat of Camden and Leppington, tell it to those people, because I can tell you they don't think you've delivered at all. And for the Minister to come in here and not know about a basic piece of infrastructure in her own portfolio says everything you need to know about the government. They're incompetent, but not only incompetent, they don't even know what's going on in their own portfolios. This is something that is not a state secret. We've been campaigning on it for months and months and months. And I find it very, very revealing in Take Note that the Minister didn't have a clue about it. We asked these questions on budget estimates. Does she not get briefings from her departmental heads? It says a lot about where these government priorities are.